Oh, we're live.
Oh, it's not. That's the wrong one. Hang on. I'm on the wrong video.
Beat them senseless.
Me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff Fuller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Full Broadcast, 24/7 sports news, live interviews. I do mostly a lot of shows for basketball, football, baseball, you name it. I've been gone for 6 months now due to my medical. I'm back. I'm going to start introducing a lot of Emmy fighters that are getting ready to go pro. Let them introduce themselves and let them tell more about them. So I'd like to introduce you guys to Anthony Green, Epic Predator, that is an Amy fighter. He's up and coming. He's getting ready to start pro. But I, but I believe you got a couple fights before you go pro, right?
Yeah, we've actually got a few in the works. One set in stone. Next one's gonna be September 10th. Pure Combat. For Al up in Susanville, California. Um, I'm talking with another promoter. He's trying to get me to fight for the 145 title. Um, down in Napa Valley, August 27th. But I've been just getting back into my training also. I've been down in Reading for just about over a year now. Finally got linked up with a good coach, and um, we're just starting our training back really. We had a lot of things going on in the last couple of months, so uh, I'm just kind of getting back into it. You know what I mean? So trying to take that fight with a month's notice. I don't want to set myself up for failure. So that one's not quite set in stone, but it's still kind of still up in the air to see if I'm going to eventually take it or not.
So, with the COVID-19 hit and everything, what was it like to not be able to fight in competition with this everything going on now that COVID is going away? What do you see different from like you training back then and training now and getting ready to get back in there?
Honestly, as soon as COVID hit, it's kind of right when my life got actually kind of changed, where I was starting to open my own business and stuff. So I actually had a lot more time to put towards training. Yeah, I've got 6 kids and a wife, and I'm the main provider. You know what I mean? So it's really hard being an MMA fighter and having a full-time career. Um, but it's doable. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, as soon as COVID hit, I was in a spot I was able to train more, but there was no fights. So it really made no sense into putting my time into training when I've got such a big family. I could put the time into that. So it kind of put a hold onto that MMA career for a while. But the last year I've been in the Reading. I met a really cool coach. Actually, I've fought on the same card as him quite a few times. He's a pro fighter, also owner, promoter for Primal Fighting Championships. Bill Withler. That's my new coach trainer. So uh, anybody that knows that name should know that I'm going to be training to kick some ass. It's not no little, oh yeah, I'm training, I'm doing my workouts. It's I've got some intense training. I got some intense workouts that Bill's going to put me through starting Monday. Actually, I leave today for my vacation. Finally, taking my wife and kids out down to Manteca. So we're going to be down there for 3 nights. But yeah, the day I get back, start training. So uh, I'm
That's
ready
good.
for it.
That's good.
Yeah.
What like the job you already described what you have. You're an owner of your own company.
Yeah.
The job you have could be part of the training that you get ready for your fight too, because you got
Oh
like the
yeah.
standing and all this other crap. That helps.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. It helps use a lot of different muscles that someone that just trains in a gym. or they're only using so many muscles. You know what I mean? Once you actually start doing like construction, like I do full everything. I do everything from flooring, roofing, siding, sanding floors, countertops, everything, anything that has to do with the house, electrical, plumbing. I do it all. Um, it's my company's AT Construction. It's actually got it's abbreviated for a few different things. My name's Anthony. I was called Tony growing up my whole life, unless I was in trouble. And then my parents and people, Anthony. But so that's one of them. And then it actually means all time construction. You know what I mean? So that's what I got going on now, and like you're saying, I use so many different muscles that help me when it comes to grappling or to the clinch or even making a fist. It's my forearms and neck muscles are just they're pretty strong. That's my strong point, and I like working my upper body. So uh, my career definitely helps me out when it comes to that. And then I got a rock hard jaw, so not many people have that square jaw. So
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I've been in MMA quite a lot. I'm 31 years old. I first started training in jiu-jitsu. I snuck it from my parents. I was 17, and I went to Centennial High School. I lived in Portland for 18 years, and there's a fight team right down the road from where I lived. It's called Team Behringer's. I actually went to school with his daughter, and my parents wouldn't give me the sign off to start training or going there. But I went to school with his daughter for like 8 years. And so he knew me, I mean, I worked my butt off. I worked 3 jobs throughout my whole high school career. And so he ended up letting me start training there right before I turned 18. And he let me keep all my stuff there at the dojo. And so I would do that. I'd act like I was going to work a few hours early, and I'd end up going in there for an hour or so and doing a little sparring or hitting the bag or learn how to do some rolls and arm bars, all the basic stuff you first start learning, and learn how to get in the clinch and out of the clinch. And uh, then after that, I moved to Team Quest, which back then, Team Quest was new. I went to the one over off of 242nd Stark in Portland. And I started there. I was there for about 6-7 months, but I kind of got pushed away from that place. I'm not sure that's how it is now, but back then, they put you with somebody that was really really good at what they did and expected you to get good from it. And that's just not the way that I was really want to get into the career, getting my ass kicked to try to learn. Um, so I bounced around quite a bit. I went to university. I went to Western Oregon University. I played rugby for a while and played semi-pro rugby for the Shasta Highlanders and the Portland Pigs. And so that kind of kept me in shape. And I actually ended up meeting a few guys that were in the MMA career through my rugby career. And it really brought me back towards it. And then I ended up moving to Crescent City, California, where I ended up meeting my wife that I've been with for the last 10 years and got 5 beautiful kids with her and custody of our nephew we've had for 5 years. And so we got 6 of them running around and ended up getting with the gym up there, Warrior MMA. Trained with them for a solid, 2.5 years. Did all right through them. They're a smaller gym, but yeah, I went through a lot of stuff going, in the last few years. I had some bad calls. I did backed out on a few fights, and some of them were over principle. I'm somebody that lives by a man his word. And promoter's not gonna follow through with what they say. I'm not gonna bust my ass for nothing. You know what I mean? So,
So
but yeah.
here's the next question I want to ask you. You already told us about what you did when you got up and started training. So, what was it like to be friends with Anthony the other apex predator. What was it like being around with him? He's a cool guy. I sponsored him and everything. I still support him and help him sponsor. So, what is it like with you two battling? Who's the best apex predator?
Well, that's a battle, man. He's strong. He's done a lot of kickboxing. Um, Not to talk down on Anthony or not. A lot of his events are smaller events. They're not really the bigger events that I fought. I fought more bigger events, I feel, than he has, with a little bit stronger opponents. He's had some stronger opponents, you know what I mean? He definitely making his BKFC appearance was awesome, watching him fight. Getting into a fight like that, dude, I don't care if you lose or win, man. That's hard to get into something like that. MMA is hard itself, and then going there bare knuckles. I give Anthony a lot of props for that. Anthony, he's awesome, dude, man. He's a just like I am. We're family men. You know what I mean? We love our kids. We love our family. We love to work. We love we love the world around us. We try to make sure that everybody can stay happy. We're not me and Anthony. We've had our beasts, but we really haven't. You know what I mean? Like we were supposed to fight quite a few times. It ended up not happening, and it's in the works for us to actually fight as pros. Uh, but it's going to be a friendly fight. You know what I mean? We're still going to fight to bang it out and put on a show and fight for that name because hopefully as we're trying to find the right promotion. But we're going to end up fighting for that Apex Predator name.
Every time me and Anthony talk, I mean, I've known him for almost 3 years now since I sponsored him with Neon and all that.
Right.
I introduced him to bare knuckle, try to push it into bare knuckle. I mean, I know it's a hard sport. It's mostly knuckle,
Yeah.
Well, how would you feel if you ever had the chance you go to join up in bare knuckle? How would you feel about fighting with that organization?
Oh yeah, I'm down. I've already talked with my coach actually about it. I'm definitely actually looking to become a BKFC fighter. I definitely want to get my thing about me is I'm a stand up guy. I like to stand up. I'm a banger. I'll sit there and throw blows with you. I can get on the ground, but I've got hands, and that's where a lot of people that I've talked to, a lot of coaches I've had, all tell me I've got hands. You know what I mean? So, going to BKFC would honestly be one of the biggest things that I would want to push myself to. Knowing also that I'm going to go pro as a MMA fighter. I think fighting a bare knuckle fight would help me achieve myself, give me that next step above to really know how far my career can really go at 31, so it's what's funny is I'm actually talking with the same promoter or manager that Anthony Prater's managed with CNC Management. So we might end up being somewhat I don't know, you want to call it teammates. But BKFC wise, but when it comes to this MMA, we're gonna fight for that name. We're gonna see who's gonna be able to keep that name Apex Predator. You know what I mean? So, we're not sure exactly when it's gonna happen, but it's definitely in the works. And whoever wins that fight, the other person isn't allowed to use the Apex Predator name anymore. So it's gonna be a uppity fight. We're just trying to find the right area to do it in to make sure we can get enough tickets and sell the event. But it's definitely in the works. I plan on making my pro debut November 12th for Primal Fighting Championships here in Redding, California. Depending on how my next 2 amateur fights go, one amateur fight lined up for sure. The second one's in the air still. So that's the plan. My coach feels that he can have me ready and by then, and I feel that my body's in a well enough shape to be able to push myself to do it. So I'm a smoker, so that's the only thing is I'm still trying to quit my smoking. It's really hard. Got a lot of temptations in the world that makes it, where kind of
So
the,
as a so as a fighter and a family, so what would you say right now? With your coach going to be watching this video later, what would you have to say to the promoters and managers out in the world right now at BKFC, BYB, MMA competition? What would you like to say to them that gets you interested? Them interested in you to fight in their shows.
What would I get them to say? Shit, man. I don't know. Anybody that is a promoter for any of them big stream events, Bill Withers is a well-known name. He's been a pro fighter and he's been around for decades. He's fought some of the biggest dudes. He's fought UFC guys. You know what I mean? So anybody that knows that name should know that, even if you don't know my name right now, you're going to, because of the name I have behind me. Bill Withers isn't somebody that takes this game easy. Either if it's going to be for BKFC, BYB, MMA, for any, if it's Pure Combat or SF Combat or Primal Fighting Channel or Rogue Fights or whatever, you have out there. I'm ready. You know what I mean? I have all the faith in myself and Bill to be able to put me to the top of my game. And I'm 31, I'm in my man's prime, so anybody that's going to try to go against me right now, they're going to see what a man's strength really is. And that's how Bill sees it also. I have so much strength that I just got to put it in that training and if I can get it to the right areas. So, I promise I won't disappoint any of them if they end up getting me on their show for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of promotions out there that are looking for fighters to fight in their on their card. So I mean, they like the way I see it. What I've been watching through the Facebook, Instagram, all those how promoters are looking for and what they're looking for. They're kind of picky who they want to fight. They want a fighter that can step up, ready to fight, give a good banger, not having issues like their weight or they got problems that they can't solve during the like during your training or
right.
Fight. They're looking for somebody that is ready to compete on their card and show what you got.
Yeah.
So hopefully after your Emmy fight coming up, everybody start looking at you. You can show your videos on my podcast if you like.
Yeah, definitely appreciate that, man.
So hopefully they'll start looking at you saying, "Hey, let's see." That's what they almost did with Apex Predator. He saw his video. He saw how he's fighting. He was determined. The last two fights before he went to pro, he finished both fights really quick. So showed that he's ready to bang a lot. So,
and that's definitely my plan. Is we're gonna go in there and we're just gonna try to end them pretty easily, pretty fast. I walk around right now probably about 151, 7% body fat. So I'm in pretty good shape consistently, and so it don't take me very long to cut weight and to stay in shape. So I'm already pretty lean. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't have very much fat on me at all. So yeah.
Hey, you look like you're pretty in good shape, ready to go, man.
Yeah, I am. So
you do is wax on, wax off with the sanding stuff,
That's right. I do a lot of strange workouts that a lot of people don't do, but you got a lot more muscles and stuff in your body that more people don't really know about, and if you can get those strong as well, you'll be able to do a lot more than what you think you can do. So
all right, so anything else you'd like to say? Shout out to any sponsors, your coaches, anybody you want to shout out to?
Honestly, I want to thank everybody that's stuck with me through my whole career. either seeing me on my pullouts or all my fights I've had. I've had a pretty big amateur career. I've had like 34 fights as an amateur. And I've got, let's see, 13 as sanctioned fights, and the rest are like more small casino fights or just club fights. But so everybody that's kept following me and that's been there through the good and bad, I appreciate you guys. My new coach, Bill Whittler, to step up and knowing after all my either defeats or my backouts to still put the worth into me, knowing that I'm a banger. I appreciate you spending the time to do that for me. I have a few sponsors out there that are still in the works. The ones that are sponsoring my coach Bill for his Primal Fighting Championships. I've got so many sponsors. I got Budmar, 420 in the Kitchen, Alka Culture. Shoot, I can't even think of them all. I got a fight poster outside on my wall that has them all on it, but I can't even think of most of them right now. But sponsors will definitely be changing. Knowing that I'm moving in a different direction with my career. Living in Reading now, a lot of my sponsors were more from the coast ways, and kind of lost some contact with them. So I'm definitely looking for new sponsors as well. So yeah.
you guys, you heard it from Anthony. Apex Predator, number 1 or 2. We're not sure. We'll find out when he finds the other Predator.
Right.
I had to do that, man. Sorry. So
It's all good.
so
It'll be a good fight to watch. Me and Anthony. I don't know if a lot of people know Anthony Prater also, but a lot of people even say that we could be brothers, man. We both have the same bodies build. We're both lanky. We're both family men. So he's strong. He's a Mason. Laying stone is hard work. So you can't take that lightly at all. It don't matter how much a guy trains in a gym. He's got so much experience that he can be out of the gym for the next 6 months and still be able to go in there and bang with you. So I definitely wouldn't take Anthony Prater as a light fight. It's definitely a hard fight that it's becoming here soon, and it'll be as a pro fight as well. So makes it even a little bit more exciting knowing that it's a pro fight. We both get paid for it and be able to talk about it for months and months afterwards. So that'd be a good one.
So Anthony Green getting ready to fight his last few Emmy fights. He's looking to go pro here soon. We're not sure when, maybe late November, December. Looking forward to see you in that ring, man. Either BKFC, MMA, it don't matter. You earn your right to fight in the pro. Can't wait to see you in there. So you're welcome to come on the show anytime you like, man. I appreciate
Right
you.
on. Appreciate it, man. Stay tuned. September 10th, Pure Combat.
All right. Have a good day, man. Thank you for being on my show.
Bro. Thank you.
All right, guys. You heard from Anthony Green Predator. Anthony Green, Apex Predator. He's going to be fighting here at Ammy a couple times and turning pro. Then he's looking to get in a fight with the other Anthony, Apex Predator. We'll see how that goes. The battle of Apex Predator. That's going to be a good one. So hopefully we can see them two back in there again, fighting each other. So stay tuned for more interviews, more shows. I'll be lucky to have you guys on my show. I do is get you guys out there, tell your story, who you are, what you do. So good luck to all your fighters out there at Emmy and Pro. Thank you for watching a full broadcast 24/7 sports news. Peace out.